Hello, everyone, and thank you for attending our Media Intelligence Center training session today. I'd like to start out by suggesting that you use either Chrome or Firefox as your internet browser when using the Media Intelligence Center. I'd like to introduce myself. My name's Jenny Anderson, and I work daily with the Media Intelligence Center, and I will be hosting today's webinar and walking you through the MIC, or the Media Intelligence Center. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to log in to the MIC from our webpage, which is auditedmedia.com. So I'm going to click on Menu and Log In and Media Intelligence Center. For those of you that have created usernames, you go on to the returning user side on the left-hand side. For those of you that have not created usernames or passwords, go ahead and give us a call at 224-366-6339. We'll give you temporary credentials so that you can create your very own login. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in here. And now you see the main page of the Media Intelligence Center. We have just under 2,000 publications featured in our Media Intelligence Center, and you can see the breakout of the media here on the left-hand side. We have news media, magazine, B2B pubs, farm, religious, and interactive. So you can see these filters here on the left-hand side. So publications here are listed in alphabetical order, and the circulation that you see here is both print and digital. You see listed here under these headers. So let's start first with how to search, and we'll start with magazines. So there's a couple ways when you come into the Media Intelligence Center to search. You can start by looking at particular titles. So if I'm looking at Better Homes and Gardens, I can start typing it in, and you can see there as I start typing it in, it comes up. Now if it's just that title, let's say I want to go back and I click Better Homes and Gardens, I get that title, and let's say I want to put another title in. I'm going to put a comma but no space. And let's say I want to look at Allure. So I start typing in and I click Allure, and there's Allure. And then let's say I want to add another title. I put a comma but no space, and I put in, let's put in Canadian title Châteauneuf. And we click on that title. So remember, when you're doing the search by bar, put in magazine title, comma, no space, magazine title, comma, no space. So how do you access data when you have your titles pulled up? So you click on the blue name of a magazine, and that's how you're going to access data. So we have a product that's about 1.5 to 2 years old, and it's called Brand View. When you click on a title that has brand view, like Better Homes and Gardens, you're going to know it has brand view because it has multiple tabs here at the top. So brand view is an interface that enables publishers to feature their brand messaging and images, as you see here with Better Homes and Gardens, along with AAM verified metrics. So as you can see here, we're on an overview tab. And right here, the neat thing about Brand View is it really gives, like the name says, an overview of the entire title. It also, on the Overview tab, you get a media kit for this title. So you don't have to go searching around for a media kit for Better Homes and Gardens. It's right here. So that's one of the neat aspects of Brand View. And they've chosen to feature this paragraph as an introduction to their title. So not only do we have metrics for Better Homes and Gardens, we really have a more robust brand view of their title. They also have a circulation tab and an MPA MM360. So for those magazines participating in MPA MM360, we have a tab that features this data. It's compiled monthly by the MPA. So we have this tab featured in our brand view. So something that is available to everybody is Reports Library. So if you click on a magazine title that does not have brand view, you're going to go directly into Reports Library. So Reports Library is where you're going to access publisher statements and audit reports for your magazines. So to access a publisher statement or audit report, you just click on the report date. You're going to see here then a PDF of that report pops up. So from here, you can download this PDF, and here is your publisher statement. There's Better Homes and Gardens publisher statement. You can download or print this data. You can also access audit reports. You can click on Add Historical Reports here, and now you've got reports going back 10 years. So you can look at historical statements here if you like. You can also filter by report type. If you click on that, I can pick publisher statements and exit out of here. And now I'm looking at just publisher statements here. You can even batch these reports into one PDF and click Create Report. And now you've got one PDF with all those years of publisher statements in one PDF. It's a very convenient thing that you can do with this. So we'll exit out of here, and we'll exit out of here. You can also, other than typing your magazine names in the search by bar up here, let's reset. You can also use the filters on the left-hand side to access titles. So let's click on Magazine Media, and then on the left-hand side, you can choose country. So let's say you want to look at Canadian publications. You click on Canada, and now you've got a listing of your Canadian publications. Or you can click on U.S., and you've got a listing of your U.S. consumer publications. You don't have to select either, and you can leave them both in this listing. You can look up magazines by circulation. If you want 100,000 circulation or greater magazines, you can simply select this under circulation, and now you see our results are 250. You can deselect these. These are just to help you narrow your list if you would like it. You can also look up a parent company. If you wanted to choose a particular parent company, you can select a title, click Apply and Close, and now you've got all of the magazines that represent this parent company. So you can decide to look that up as well, or even look up based on SRDS classification, which is a genre. So you can go into SRDS classification and let's see, what kind of magazines are you looking for? Beauty, fashion, bridal, business, health. If you select health, click Apply and Close, now you have all of the magazines with that type of genre, and you've got that list right there. So this reset button is the circle with the arrow on the end. I'm going to click that, and then now we're going to take a look at newspapers. Once again, just like we did with magazines, we can do the same with newspapers. You can start typing in the names of newspapers. For instance, if we start typing in the Tennessean, and we start typing it in here, except if I could spell it correctly. Then we start typing in here and hitting enter, and my problem is I'm not spelling it correctly. So we can type in, let's type in Abilene Reporter News. We'll type that in because that's easier for me to spell. And then we can type in Kansas City Star, and you can tell here, right there, you can type in Kansas City Star. Again, comma, no space, title, newspaper A, comma, no space, newspaper B, comma, no space, newspaper C. So again, just like we did with magazines, all you have to remember is not to put a space in between there. So I'm going to click Reset, and that works as well. So here on the left-hand side, we'll click News Media. So just like with magazines, with newspapers, you can click on a title in blue, and you can access this paper's information. Now, just like with magazines, with newspapers, we have brand view. So when you click on a title that has brand view, like the Akron Beacon Journal does, you're going to have multiple tabs here. And like the magazine brand view, once again, we have a media kit featured here for the Akron Beacon Journal, which is a big benefit for this title. And also we've got a picture of Akron and then a paragraph here describing the Akron Beacon Journal, and that's from the publisher. You also have a print distribution tab that goes over, it features graphs that goes over the print distribution, affiliated publications, and something that I'd like to bring to your attention is a brand new tool. It's a distribution map tool. Now this is a heat map, and this is a really amazing tool, and it's really excited a lot of people because what it does is it gives you an idea of the area of Akron, Ohio. If I can get it zoomed in here, let me back up a little bit. There we go. And what it does is it gives you an idea of what the coverage is in the area. So, and it, just like a heat map, you can hover over a particular area, and what I'm hovering over now is Uniontown, Ohio, and you can see it's zip code 44685. And that has 2,556 circulation. This is based on the March 2019 quarter, and this is their Sunday circulation. So this heat map really gives you an overview of the circulation and the zip code circulation. You can even change this if you filter, go to frequency. You could even change it to their Friday circulation if you want. And then you can hover over a particular area and now see their Friday instead of their Sunday. So the distribution map is a great tool and a great heat map that people are really appreciating now. So they also have a digital tab. And now something that every newspaper has, and will be the default tab if they don't have brand view, is the quarterly reports tab. So once you click on quarterly reports, it goes to the most recent quarterly report available for that title. And that is Q1 2019 for the Akron Beacon Journal. So here for the quarterly report, you get your quarterly report here, which you can download or print. A nice feature here is you can access previous quarterly data reports by clicking this down arrow. And you can pick any one of these previous reports, and that window will pop up, and you can download this or print this directly from here. So remember, you can access those previous quarterly reports right up here by clicking that down arrow. Now a tab that everybody has as well is the Reports Library tab. The Reports Library tab is where you're going to access your audit reports, your consolidated media reports. Remember, quarterly reports are only on the Quarterly Reports tab. Reports Library is where your audits are. So here you can click on a report date, and that's going to pop up in a window, and this is your audit. You can download or print this audit from here. And when you click on Add Historical Reports, that's going to provide you with 10 years of PDFs at your disposal. So you can access any of your own historical information right from here. Again, you can filter by report type. Let's say we just want to look at audit reports. And you can also batch reports like we did with magazines. Now you can create a report that has all of these PDF audit reports in one PDF. So if someone were to ask you for all of these in one, you would have that capability. So let's exit out of here. So that's how you would access PDF reports for both magazines and newspapers. Remember, just click on that name in blue, and that's going to take you directly to the PDF reports for both magazines and newspapers. Also, at the top, I'd like to show you, you can click on these are all clickable, these titles. If you want to data sort and get the names of these publications starting with Y, you can do that. You can also data sort by parent company, and that sorts all these listings into parent companies. You can data sort by state, and that's going to put all of the states together, and we've got Canadian pubs in here, which you'll see here. And you can also sort by Sunday, Saturday, or weekday circulation, and it'll bring that circulation, highest circulation, to the top. So there's a lot you can do here. Just remember, those headers are clickable. Also, I'm going to reset here. You can also type in a zip code. So let's say we're looking at newspapers, and I type in zip code 33446, and I click enter. What it's going to do is you're going to see newspapers that report circulation within that zip code. So that's just a quick tip since we were on the front page. You can put in that zip code and access those newspapers. So now that we've seen how to access PDFs and that type of information, let's see how to access data that you can download into Excel. And those are our analyzer tools. So first, let's take a look at our newspaper analyzer. So I'm going to select news media here on the left-hand side. And I'm going to go down to parent company, and I'm going to just pick a group of papers. We'll choose Gannett. And we'll pick apply and close. And here I've got a list of my parent company, Gannett, and 181 titles. Now, in order to access the newspaper analyzer, you have to select at least one title, because this Analyze Data button is the doorway into the newspaper analyzer. The newspaper analyzer, I often get asked, where is it? It's not on the front page. You have to select at least one title and click that Analyze Data button. But we want to select all titles for this demonstration, so then we're going to click on Analyze Data. Once you click on Analyze Data, you're going to see a row of tabs. You're going to go to the Newspaper Analyzer tab. Now, under Select Data Source, you're going to see two options. Quarterly data is the default because it's the most recent data. Under Select Reporting Period, Current Reporting Period is the default. So the most recent quarter is going to pull for all those newspapers that we pulled into the analyzer. Now, there are three options to access all of these reports, and I'll read these reports to you. We have Executive Summary, Print Analysis, Digital Edition Analysis, Distribution by Market, by County, by State, by Zip Code, by DMA, by CBSA, and Basic Prices. In order to access any of these reports, you have three options. Export will export directly into Excel, and these are predetermined column headers. So they're your most basic, your total paid, digital replica, digital non-replica, and your total circulation. You can view the report prior to exporting it by clicking on View Report. Now you can see here your column headers, and if you like this, you can click Export. When this box pops up, you choose your preferred format, which is usually Excel, and you can click OK. Now you've seen your column headers. Now you didn't get to pick them, you just got to see them and what they were, and if you liked it, then you exported your report. So we export our report, and then we choose to download that report, and there we go. We have our report. So we come here and we go Close. Now our third option is the Modify option. So here we have Executive Summary and Modify. Now what this does is it provides a window for you, and you get to pick and choose what you want in your report. So here you'll see the grayed out check marks. Those are going to automatically be in your report. So total print, digital replica, and total circulation. But you can come in here and pick and choose what you want, or you can select all. Oftentimes I recommend selecting all, because you're getting everything in your spreadsheet, and then you can delete a column out if you don't want it, and then click submit. Then your report is going to load, and now you've got all of these additional column breakouts, and you can click export, choose your preferred format, and click OK, and that will download into Excel. So once you get the basic way of accessing these reports down, it's pretty easy to do. So let's say I want to access zip code data for all of those Gannett titles that I brought in. I'm going to click the plus sign to the right of distribution by zip code, and it's going to give me my window with my choices. And again, the ones that are grayed out are automatically included. And let's say I'm going to select all for this and click submit. Now I'm going to get my loading message, and here is my distribution by zip code. And I've got all of my breakouts here I can see at the top. And now I want to export this. So I'm going to click export. I'm going to choose my format here, and I'm going to click OK. And that's going to download directly into Excel. Now, something I'd like to show you as well is accessing historical periods. If I click on historical reporting period, you can actually do reporting period over reporting period analysis. So if you wanted to do Q1 2019 over Q1 2018 over Q1 2017, all you have to do is click this historical reporting period and choose your statement periods, and then choose your report. So let's say we're going to do distribution by county. Click the plus sign to the right of distribution by county, and then we get our data, and it takes a few seconds because of how much information there is. So now that we've got our distribution by county, and I'll leave the categories that are selected, and we click submit. Now, we're going to get data for all of those reporting periods. Then we can click export, choose our preferred format, and click OK. What that's going to do is it's going to download data for all of those reporting periods. And we can do that for any one of these reports. What you can also do is deselect quarterly data and select audited data. Now what you've done is you've changed your source. So now your source for all of these reports is now audited data. You still access these reports the very same way. To the right of them, you've got your same options. So let's take a look at distribution by state. I'm going to click the plus sign, which is the modify to the right of distribution by state. And here I'll select all, and I'll click submit. And here you'll note underneath data source, it says AR, which is audit report. When we had quarterly data as the source, it said QR, which is quarterly. So that's how you know your data source is different. So this time it's audit as your data source. The reporting date is 12/2017. So for each paper, it'll pull the most recent audit. That's why often people use quarterly data, because it's a little more recent. So here you just click export, choose your preferred format, and click OK, and now download into Excel. You can also choose historical reporting periods when using audited data. You can choose historical audit periods here, and then choose your report down here. So that's the newspaper analyzer. Let's briefly go over the periodical analyzer. So I'm going to click this reset button, which you'll use often when you're in here. And I'm going to go under and put a check mark to the left of magazine media. And then let's go down to parent company. And we can scroll down and Let's just pick a bunch of titles here. And I'm just picking willy-nilly once I see names here. Okay, and click Apply and Close. Now, we've got 62 magazines. Just like we did with newspapers, I want to pull these into the periodical analyzer. And again, the periodical analyzer doesn't reside on the front page. You have to select at least one title to get the Analyze Data button to pull it into the periodical analyzer. But we want to select all, and then we click Analyze Data, and then we go into the periodical analyzer. Now you'll see this looks different from the newspaper analyzer in that there are over 20 reports here, and they're all listed in blue. To access these reports, you just click on the name in blue. So I'll go over a few of the more popular reports. Average paid, verified, and analyzed non-paid circulation. When you click on the name in blue, you get this window, much like the modify option for newspapers, where you get to pick and choose what you want in your report. So here you can pick and choose, or you can click Select All. Then you click Submit, and it will load your report. And here you have your data. And again, works just the same here, where you click Export, choose your preferred format, and then you click OK, and it downloads directly into Excel. So average paid, verified, and analyzed non-paid is your top line data. A popular report also is the 5-year trend analysis. When you click on this, you get a 5-year trend. Now, when you're dealing with the periodical analyzer, the source is usually publisher statements, so it's pulling from a 6-month period. The neat thing about the 5-year trend analysis is that it's pulling in the June and the December information to give you a full year comparison. So you're getting 14, 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018. So you're seeing year-over-year trend analysis. So this is a great report if you want year-over-year analysis. Again, you can click Export, choose your preferred format, and click OK, and that downloads directly into Excel. Another popular report is this issue-by-issue report. I click on that, and this is going to, instead of averages for the reporting period, this is going to give me my issue-by-issue information. I select all, and I click Submit. Now when this loads, you'll see for 7 jurors, I get each issue date. Right here, it'll list each issue date for the most recent pub statement period. And that's for all of those magazines that we pulled in here. And you'll see here the statement date. Now this is easily exportable right into Excel. One of the most popular reports that we get asked about is the geographic analysis report. Once you click on geographic analysis, and we select all, and we'll click Submit. So once this loads, here is your circulation by state report. So now you can download all that circulation by state for every single one of those publications, those magazines that we pulled in here. You just export that, choose your preferred format, and click OK, and now you've got all that circulation by state for all those magazines. All of these reports work the same. Let's say you want to get the nitty-gritty on all of your magazines, supplemental analysis of average paid, verified, and analyzed non-paid circulation. This is where you're going to access, where is my multi-title digital information? Where is my partnership deductible or my sponsored sales? It's in supplemental analysis. So you can pick and choose in one category, or select an entire category, or select all. It works the same. And click Submit. So once you've got the rhythm down with how these reports go, you can select it and export it easily. Like that. One last tip up here, when you click on Add Historical Reports and you go into a report, Now you've got access to all of the historical pub statement periods. You can do pub statement period over pub statement period analysis by just clicking that Add Historical Reports button and going into the report itself. Choose your pub statement periods, select your categories, and click Submit. And now you just export this like you did any of your other reports. And now you've got those statement periods here, 18, 17, 16, 15, and 14. So remember that tip as well. So that is Mastering the Media Intelligence Center in 30 minutes. Please remember, if you need any help in the Media Intelligence Center, you can contact me using the MI Center at auditedmedia.com up here, or 877-222-0932. Both of those come directly to me, so I'm happy to help. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.